What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Whoo, you guys, this episode pissed me off. I know we finna go in on this episode. It's his season 12, episode 17. The episode is titled, let me get the name of this episode, because baby, she tried it. Cool, Crystal. You a better person than I am. I will give you that, Crystal girl. You are so much better than me. Cause baby, she would have been bald. Eric and Jane would have been had a bald head that night. But this is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode 17, the girl with the diamond earrings, you guys. So before we go ahead and jump into this episode, now this is probably going to be a lengthy review. So sit back and grab your snacks, cause we gonna be here for a good minute. So before we go ahead and just get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and you guys aren't subscribed, do me a favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss the Beverly Hills Housewives, shall we? If you guys noticed just a few minutes ago, I'm kind of like, like I'm in pain. I'm watching it, so I have Investigation Discovery on my television, and they are showing a commercial for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh my God, you guys, I have so much anxiety about Love and Marriage Huntsville returning this Saturday. It ain't even funny. So this episode, we open up the episode, and it's the next day after the night that they had where, you know, Diana was telling Sutton that, here's, I'm finna go in on Diana for just a few minutes too. Diana can go. Like, there are a lot. I know that the reunion is getting ready to film, and I did hear some rumblings that the Fox Force 5, they're kind of crumbling at this point. Because with the going into, I know that I've heard some rumors that going into the reunion, they're not all on one accord, and that is something to be applauded. As much as I like some of the women from the Fox Force 5, that needs to be dismantled, right? So we see Kyle. It's the next day after the situation with Diana and Sutton, right? You guys know I can applaud Sutton for what she's doing when it comes to Erica, right? I applaud her, but there are still things about Sutton that I don't like, and I've told you guys some of those things that I don't like about her. I don't want to get into it, right? Like I said last week, my issue with Sutton was the fact that she cried in front of the women. Like I said, baby, you're gonna cry before I cry. Because I'm going to read you down so well that you're going to be like, oh, he just read me for filth. And then break down crime. So my issue with Diana is the fact that Diana wants to play the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. But then 1 minute she's big bad wolf. Big bad wolf. Then she wants to, you started this so mean to me. Like, 1 minute you want to be, but you are a see you next Tuesday, and then you want to cry and talk about you gonna leave. Girl, pick one lane and stay in that lane. Either you gonna come at Sutton all the time and be the quote unquote, you need a new villain. Remember that? You need a new villain. Well, be the new villain and stop being like you can't stand Diana. That woman can go, right? So the next day we see Kyle and Renna, they're talking, right? So Renna had the audacity to say that when it comes to Diana, that she was out of control. I was like, Pot, please meet cattle. Kyle. I have a question about Kyle. And you guys, I've told you guys plenty of times I like Kyle, I like Renna, right? But I can always call them out when they're wrong, right? I have an issue with the fact that Kyle keeps talking about Kathy. Like, she's talking about Kathy's slippers that she wore into the house last week. I didn't see anything wrong with those shoes. What was she supposed to do? Come in with some Balenciaga? She's on a plane. What's she supposed to do? Wear some Balenciagas, some Jimmy Choos, some Christian Louboutins, some who else? Name some other big names, right? Is that what she's supposed to wear to the airport? You're on a plane. You want to be comfortable. When me and my cousins went to Vegas, I'm gonna show y'all what I had on when we went to Vegas. My Jordan sandals. I had my Jordan sandals on it. We got to the hotel. I changed my shoes because when we went out, I changed my shoes. So what are we talking about? Like Kyle is just, I don't understand it because she didn't. This isn't the first time in this episode. This isn't this only time she did this in this episode. She did it twice to Kathy, and I'm like, girl, Kathy got more money than you. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. So then they want to talk about the fact that when it comes to Sutton, when it's just them with Sutton, they can understand Sutton, but then when it comes to Sutton in the group, they don't understand her. I was like, where's the logic in that? Because that made absolutely no sense to me. Like, I was like, where's the logic in that? So then Erica comes in like, yeah, I agree. Ma'am, you sit down and shut the hell up. So what's going to happen is they're going to split up in groups, right? They're going to split up in groups. So we see Sutton, we see Garcelle, I believe it's Crystal and Diana. So they're going to be heading back to the house, right? Because what they're going to do is some of the girls are, now remember, Dorit was supposed to have stayed with them, right? So Dorit didn't end up staying with them because Dorit, oh God, Dorit is so triggered. So she had to go and stay at the hotel with Diana because Diana has an extra room. Y'all, if I hear one more thing about this damn break-in from Dorit, I am going to scream. I'm so over that break-in, right? So the women are splitting up. So it's gonna be Crystal, Renna, Kyle, Dorit, and Diana, I believe. They're gonna go skiing, right? So Erica, Garcelle, Cherie, and Sutton, they're going to go snowmobiling. And I'm like, okay, cool. the fact that Garcelle and Sutton kept calling Erica their non-friend. Now, you guys, let's talk about Cherie real quick. I know a lot of people are upset about the fact that Cherie has been, wished Diana a happy birthday, and she's been so cool with the other women. I don't have a problem with that. I don't. No problem with it. Because I had my best friend, she's been friends with people that I don't like. She's been friends with people that I don't see it for. And she knows that, right? But I don't be like, okay, you're not my friend because you're friends with that person. I am 33 years old. Our friendship is 18 years old. Girl, if you want to be friends with somebody that I don't see it for, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Just don't mention them around me, and I won't mention them in your presence, right? So we good. So, but when it comes to Cherie, it's just like, ugh, I don't know. She's not giving anything. And I know she's a friend of the Housewives, but she's not giving what I was expecting for her to give, right? Because I know a lot of y'all was like, JB, Cherie was that, y'all loved her on Hollywood Divas. Nope, Hollywood Exes. Hollywood Exes. I never watched that show. So I know a lot of people was like, she was good on Hollywood Exes. But again, she's a friend of the Housewives, so I know she can't really give us much because they don't really film her as much. They film her in group scenes. But I don't know. I don't know. Don't really care, to be quite honest with you guys, right? So, so Kathy didn't end up going with them, right? So in my notes it says Diana is so annoying. She just plays the victim when it comes to Sutton. And it's infuriating, it's nauseating, it's tiring. It's like, girl, shut up. Shut up. And she's gonna get on my nerves again later in the episode, and I'm gonna talk about it. So let's pause here and let's move forward. Now, so remember I told you that some of the ladies, Garcelle, Sutton, Cherie, and Erica, they were going snowmobiling, right? Baby, Sutton wasn't paying no attention to that instructor when they were talking about the snowmobile. She was over there talking to some animals. So then they do the snowmobiling, and they sit down at one point, and they sit down to, lunch, right? So I don't forgot how it came up, the conversation about Diana. But here's my thing when it comes to Diana, right? Here's my issue when it comes to Sutton, because we're talking about Sutton and the fact that she said she's not going to apologize to Diana anymore. Sudden, at this point, girl, stop apologizing to any of these women. You have apologized to these women. It's nauseating how many times you have apologized to these women. Please stop it. I don't want you to apologize to nobody else anymore. Let it be done. A wrap. Benito. You've apologized to Erica. You've apologized to Rena. You've apologized to Diana. If they don't want to accept your apologies, let it go. Like Elsa, let it go, girl. Move on. Move on. So Sutton says she's not gonna apologize to Diana. Baby, I would tell Diana to. This is what I would tell Diana, in no uncertain terms, because she, like I said earlier, Diana wants to play the victim, but then she also wants to play Billy Badass at the same time. It's like, girl, you got to pick one or the other. You can't be this badass that comes as sudden, but then you want to cry. And there's nothing wrong with crying. Absolutely nothing wrong with crying. But don't be coming at me like, yeah. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. Then she was mean to me. She talked about my miscarriage. Like, you gotta pick one or the other, especially if you're gonna be an antagonist. Like, cause that's what you're trying to be. You're trying to be an antagonist. It ain't working, sis. It ain't working, sis. So then Erica tells Sutton that sometimes when it comes to her apologies, they don't come off as sincere. I was like, ma'am, pot, meat cattle. Because you apologize to people too. They don't never come off as sincere. Nothing from you come off as sincere. And we're going to dig into you later. Oh, we about to dig into you, girlfriend. We are about to dig into you. So the other ladies were talking. To be honest with you guys, when it comes to the other ladies, I don't care what they're talking about. Because like I said, Diana makes herself out to be a victim. But like I said, she wants to play badass. Which one is it, sis? So let's pause here and let's move forward because they went back to the house. So they get back to the house and all the ladies are getting ready to go to dinner, right? So Mauricio told Kyle that he's coming with him. I was like, Mauricio, why? You guys, I gotta say something. I've been seeing it on social media and I've been looking over it. I've really been looking over it. So they go to dinner, right? I'm gonna come back to what happened before dinner. I just want to talk about dinner. Something that I noticed at dinner. Mauricio and Dorit, their body language when they're talking to each other is very, very peculiar. I'm not saying that anything is happening between Dorit and Mauricio, but Kyle, I would highly implore you to look at the footage, especially at that dinner table. How they were now. It looks like it's a small dinner table, right? But look at them, right? Just look at them. So Erica, before they got ready for dinner, Erica was talking to, I forgot who she was talking to, but she was talking to, I think it might have been Ren and Kyle, but she was talking about how she feels like, after the snowmobiling, she feels like, things can get back on track with Sutton. Girl, if I was Sutton, nothing would be able to get on track. Girl, your train is going that way, my train is going this way. They are never going to meet. Ever in life. They would never meet. So Garcelle and Crystal are talking, right? Now you guys know Erica has these $750,000 earrings, right? So Garcelle and Crystal are talking about those earrings and how those earrings can actually help to make those victims whole. Absolutely. We're gonna go deep into that in just a few minutes, right? So they get to dinner. You guys, when they sat down, I cringed when they were talking about Crystal. I know they were trying to be, positive about how she looked in her dress. But when Kathy told her how little her boobs were, I was like, ugh. Why are y'all, like, that was my thing. I was like, why are y'all commenting on this woman's body? We all know she has an eating disorder. That is the last thing somebody with the eating disorder wants to hear. how small their boobs are, how thin they are. It's not, I know y'all mean it as a compliment, but it's not a compliment. Then when the food came out and she was looking at the food, I'm like, Crystal, please eat something, boo. Eat something. Stop looking at it. Because the way she was looking at the food, it was like, I'm like, I don't think Crystal wants to eat this food. I feel like Crystal is going to binge, like eat the food, but then regurgitate the food later. Trigger warning, sorry to say it, you guys. So then here goes Kyle once again. So Kyle made a mention to this bag that Kathy had. And she was like, oh my God, you guys see this bag that Kathy has? Girl, what's wrong with that bag that Kathy had? Because it's not designer. Oh my God. God, that was annoying me. It was annoying the hell out of me. So then Diana started talking about some stuff that she has, right? So Erica is like so oblivious because Erica started talking about all the things that No, Kathy was talking about some things that she has at the Waldorf, right? Something from the Queen, and Erica's like, oh, I have this, I have that. I was like, ma'am, you're. This is why this woman, like, oh God, Erica used to be somebody that I went up for. I went up for Erica when she first joined Beverly Hills. Now I loathe, despise, and detest that woman. Like, she is the worst. She is the most despicable human being on the face of this earth right now. If she were eradicated from this earth, I'd be like, oh, okay. So Erica, like I said, oblivious to, she's just talking about what she has. I'm like, sis, there are victims out here that your husband defrauded. So Garcelle mentions to her, so what does $750,000 worth of earrings look like, right? She says, hell, they're 1.3 million. That's even worse, you dumbass. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is where I became pissed in this. This is where I became pissed and enraged in this episode. So they're $1.3 million. So Garcelle says to her, so would you give those up to make the victims feel whole? Erica says, no. Not unless a judge said they were illegally obtained and ordered her to do so. I was like, this woman has no ounce of compassion, empathy. It's all about self. She's self-absorbed. She's selfish. It's all about Erica Girardi. Nobody else. She only cares about herself. It's all about self, right? And I got what Garcelle was saying. Because Garcelle was saying is like, it's not, if you were to say, hey, let me, I got these earrings. These earrings cost a fortune, right? I know that this doesn't make up for what was taken from you guys, but let me make a small gesture to make some of you feel whole, right? I'm not, and by no means does if Erica gave up those earrings, it's not you saying that you are guilty. And I think that that's one thing she's worried about. If I give these up, then people are going to say, oh, well, she must knew something about what Tom was doing. And I'm going to, even though I don't care for Erica right now, I'm still going to defend Erica in the fact that I don't believe that Erica full well knew what Tom was doing. I do, however, believe she knew something. She wasn't as out in the dark as she would make it out to seem. You knew something about what Tom was doing, so I'm not going to give her that much grace, but I'm gonna give her a sliver, a small piece of grace, right? But she says, yeah, she'll do it if a judge orders it. I was like, girl, so you don't have any morals? You don't have any, your moral compass doesn't say, you know what, my husband did this. Again, I'm not admitting guilt, but let me do whatever little part I can to rectify the wrongs of my husband. You can't come up with that. So, you know what, girl? Let me pause here, you guys, real quick before we go ahead and just get into the end of this episode. and read the hell out of Erica Jane. All right, you guys. So the ladies all make it back to the house, right? So Rena gives all the ladies, I don't know who else she gave them to, but she passed out some edibles, right? So Kathy then wanted them to try some tequila that she, her son, and Nikki have invested in, right? I think all the ladies said no. I was like, y'all can't even try some tequila for, so, Sutton was like, I'm a vodka girl. Okay, like, y'all can't say yes. Like, you can't say to Kathy, I don't typically drink tequila, but what she wants us to try is, let's go and have at it. So, Diana, once again, girl, please put the up to the shut, because they brought up once again these earrings, right? Because I love the fact that Garcelle, they were talking about it, and Garcelle, she just flat out said what she said. We were talking about the earrings that you have, and that fact that you don't want to give them up to, help the victims, right? Because I found myself getting pissed off again, you guys, because I literally got pissed off at this is the real part of the episode where I got pissed off, right? And I started crying because I was watching this episode. When I was watching this episode, I cried when I watched this episode, listening to this dumb bimbo talk, right? With these old fucked up ass extensions in her hair. Like, ugh. Oh, girl, somebody should have snatched every one of them raggedy extensions out of your hair. Crystal should have just whipped, boom, 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 snatched every one of them raggedy extensions. If those are from your hairline, you should discontinue that hairline, because those extensions are raggedy. They're just as rancid as you are. They are worn down just like you are. Who get it together, because she really pissed me off. She really pissed me off. Oh, Erica pissed me off. Her raccoon face looking ass. Erica pissed me off, you guys. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm gonna get it together. Okay. So, Diana, again, back to her real quick. Up and shut. Put them together. So Diana was like, well, if the ladies are so worried about these victims, I don't see any of them coming out of their pockets to try to help them. That ain't their job, you dumb bitch. Forgive me, you guys, for that one. That's not their job, right? Those women were not married to Tom. Could they come out of their pockets to do something for these victims? Absolutely. You could too. All of you guys could say, hey, I could say, hey, let me do something to help these victims, but I didn't victimize, I didn't have any relation to the victim. Erica was his wife. Erica benefited from him taking from his clients. So sit yo ass over there and shut up. I'm tired of being nice now. It's no more put the up to the shut. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Andy, do not bring this stupid lady back again. Get rid of her. Get rid of this racist ass woman. Get her off of my screen. I swear to God, if she comes, I've heard rumors and rumblings that Brandy Glanville might be coming. I can't stand that trash box. I can't stand that trash box. I would rather look at trashy ass Brandy over Erica and Diana. I would rather deal with Eric. I would rather deal with Brandy Glanville. Can't stand her. Do not like her. Never have, never will. But I would much rather deal with a trash box like Brandy over a piece of gutter trash like Eric and Jane is. Erica is pure trash. She is from the pits of hell. I would rather deal with Brandy than her and Diana. Get those two off of my screen. I want them gone. Top of the list, Erica Girardi. Let her deal with the legal issues on her own off this show. Actually, better yet, if Erica or Diana come back next season, I refuse to mention them. Just like I don't mention that woman on Dubai, I refuse to mention those two. They won't get any attention from me. We will act like they don't exist. That is how it's gonna go if Erica or Diana return. I won't mention them, period, point blank, especially Erica. There's a special place in hell for somebody like a Erica Jane. I hope nothing good, positive comes to you. I hope that nothing good comes in your life. I hope that everything going from here, your life goes on a downward spiral to hell, where it should go. Right along with that creep that you call a goddamn husband. Let's talk about the husbands. Whew. Okay. Come back. Come back, because I just chewed Erica out and she deserves it. So, in my notes, I said I would have chewed Erica's ass out, right? So, Crystal mentions the victims, right? So, this bitch has the audacity to scream at Crystal. I'm like, Crystal, baby, don't take that from her. That woman is broke. She has nothing. Hit the brokey where it hurts, in her non-existent pocketbooks. Hit the broke heifer where it hurts. Hit her broke ass where it hurts. All you gotta do is hit a broke person where it hurts. She is broke. Y'all can have that woman in a puddle of her own tears. Hit her with what she don't have. Oh, okay, girl. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go back home to my nice home with my husband and my kids, sleep in my nice big bed. You know, I don't have to worry about the feds coming after me. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about attorneys. I don't have to pay attorneys fees. Oh, do you? Oh, do you have the funds to do it? Oh, I would hit the broke heifer right where it hurts, right? So yeah, she screamed at Crystal, baby. If I was Crystal, I would have snatched that heifer bald. That heifer wouldn't have not one hair on her head. That heifer would look like Cynthia from the Rugrats. That's how bald Erica would be. Erica would have a patch of hair right here, right here, right here. And I would actually go back and grab this patch of hair right here, snatch that patch of hair out and say, now, bitch, what you gonna do? Because, baby, you would have been bald as Cynthia. You would have been balder than Cynthia. Actually, I would have took this patch of hair and I would have came back for this patch of hair. Now what, Alfalfa? Baby, you wouldn't have come for me. Baby, you would not. Ooh, she wouldn't have come for me. Erica would have regretted the day she ever screamed at me. Because, baby, production would have had to shut that shit down that day. Production would have shut down because I would have beat the brakes off of Erica Jane. I would have beat the brakes off of her. So then she once again goes into this whole thing that those victims are Tom's victims. Tom was your husband. You're not divorced from him yet. Y'all coming up with that damn lie that Tom is an imbecile, that Tom doesn't have, Alzheimer's or whatever. Tom doesn't have shit. Tom is just trying to play a game so that way he don't take his old ass to jail. Breathe, because I am. Then she wants to talk about these victims are potential victims. Okay, girl. Oh, I can't stand this woman right about now. I can't stand her. So they're Tom's victims. They're potential victims. We're gonna let the courts go, girl. And then she's gonna tell Crystal to show her some facts. You know what? Facts? Facts. Facts, you say? Did you not hear those phone calls where Tom was trying to play like he wasn't the bad guy when those people were asking for their money? Erica, you know what? Go to hell, you idiot. Go straight to hell in a handbasket that is on fire. Oh, go to hell. Oh, you know what? I can't with this woman. I can't with this woman. So, Kyle pissed me off at one point in this episode, right? So Kyle was in her interview with the producer talking about Erica could at least say, at least mention the victims. She told y'all straight up, She doesn't care about the victim. She only cares about herself. Which, girl, we knew that. Let's go ahead and wrap this episode up because I'm talking about I'm really over talking about Erica. So she left. Now she called somebody a dumb bitch. Did she call Crystal a dumb bitch? If you want to call anybody a dumb bitch, look in the mirror. And there's one facing you with horrible makeup and terrible extensions. And that's broke. Andy, you went light on her last season at the you went very light on Erica at the reunion last year. You better go in on Erica. Don't give Erica any breaks this season. Bring up all the bull that Erica has said this season, especially questioning these victims. We done, you guys. That's it. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications, you guys, and share the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I will see you guys later for Married at First Sight. So that will be up tomorrow on Thursday. Well, technically it's already Thursday, but you guys will see that later. I gotta watch it, and I'll catch you guys then.